Another beautiful day to bring on a matter than what happen for inside Nigeria. Good evening and welcome to All Blessed Precious. It always sits my belly, normal, to bring on a matter than what hot for inside Nigeria and things and what they share for inside Nigeria. My name is Precious Inyi. It never change and it don't go fit change soon. So today I carry plenty good news coming. Good news. I'm not so sure, but I carry plenty news coming at the month. Tomorrow, na June 12, where it be say we don't set aside to you celebrate our Niger, I want to say the democracy for Nigeria because of the June 12th election we be say they are no we didn't cancel. So now what make we say, oh, how it take be now? We will celebrate them. So plenty activities don't dey in place concerning that June 12 election. Remember, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say he got inaugurate plenty things them for inside Abuja with Oga Wike and all those matter them. But other people get other plans them because they take it back movement, not talk. Say, then go protest. Then go carry protest. They don't name be different people, them, different places them where they won't protest enter for inside Nigeria. As if that one not there, you know, well, I'll let you in and all that. But before we go far too much, make Kasama you with the hot matter them we will go talk about today. Because if I don't, who will? Well, as we dey start up the day in the name of the Lord, airpeace don't decry Oshiomhole public conduct after missing flight. You miss Abuja flight. You won't come scatter the whole place. Oga, wetin happen? Meanwhile, Oshiomhole can also reply, say, Lagos airport incident, my story with airpeace. Make I talk my own side. You know, say airpeace don't talk inside. We go hear the two side because it was a lot of drama today. Buzz today for inside Murtala Muhammed Airport for Lagos State, the local wing. As EB said that kind of thing happen. We hear say they even close a particular. I go tell you that. Okay. I bring on a story of a woman where be say they say boys stab Ogun State boys then stab on Sunday because of say she no give Owoileya. So now Ohanes and Igbo don they demand for the Igbo woman where be say they allegedly murder because of 1,500 naira of Owoileya. So that one saved day. Meanwhile, they said Jonathan misgovern Nigeria. Buhari can't dey clueless. Tinubu now don't dash Nigerians hope carry am dash am through where for ground. Who talk this one? Hakim Baba Ahmed. We go look into that matter. Coalition. Tinubu is failing. I'm ready to challenge him. Rotimi Amechi. Now they talk this one. Oh, Coco. Coalition again. Peter Obi, my greatest disappointment. Why? Show me. Now they talk this one. Show me. Okay. Now they are congregation of sinners in search of forgiveness. That long line don't slam the campaigns. Hey, now wow, wahala dey finish like this for inside this country because every day na one wahala or the other. Meanwhile, the same show me don't say go and learn how to form coalition from Tinubu. Show me now they tell Atiku. Okay, but we'll enter inside another matter where they grand sharply before I bring my guest in, and I need to release them very soon. Now, I move on to other matter them. 39 billion naira ICC renovation misplaced priority. Now Peter Obi dey talk am. So one of the carry priority that is on I need to pay attention to waiting suppose give attention. One of the two like this. Now we are not at war, but Nigerians are refugees. Peter Obi don't cry out. The talk say, you know, good now. Okay, if I ever leave PDP, I'll join APC because of Buhari Tinubu. Show me now. Hey, show me. You go focus now. Focus. Make we know how we go direct them. Okay, 2027, PDP leaders divided over Wike's proposition for Southern presidency. Why would they be divided? Guba poll. Anambra government charges candidates 50 million naira for campaign posters and billboards. This is like a River State template trying to play out again. You don't say you must take permission. Well, so not only the governor now ain't go fit to do campaign advance, and nobody else because now be government. Rivers, while the Rivers 1.48 trillion naira 2025 budget targets for Bara's return. This now waiting a bus they tell House of Rep as he defend the budget. June 12, since you pardon Sonwo-Olu, Ngwa, come and consider pardoning for Bara. Who talk this one? Body judge. Who they tell him? Tinubu na they tell. Ngwa no make we see as he go take end. June 12 again, Group 6 immortalization of Humphrey Nwosu. Make we see as he go take me. That's a follow for the matter. Meanwhile, NATASHA appeal court Sama Akpabio toward two of emotions impose 100 million naira fine for your head. So, okay, sorry, 100,000 naira, not 100 million. Please don't get it wrong. 100,000 naira fine. Say pay this 100,000 naira token change. Sakamoto of in this thing, strike and come out. What else will happen? I go let you know. National Assembly moves to make National NAS moves to make National Assembly arcade official venue of presidential swearing in. We'll also look into that matter. And then we'll move on. As up, we are open to receiving you in APCO. Tinubu don't tell Wiki. Wiki, they go welcome you. We don't know how Governor OT is funding projects. Reps, Ikweche. Now they talk and say, how Governor OT, they even manager. How they even use fund projects? For this critical time, they fund projects. How they do them? Say they don't know how it take do them. And then plateau attacks, 8 killed, dozens of homes razed for inside Mangu again and again. When all these kind of things then go stop? Well, my people, and the matter then will carry come ground with this one. My name is Precious, and you welcome to Updated Precious. It's always a delight to bring you these updates. But let's start the day with waiting will happen tomorrow will be June 12th. Let me make I get my guy, my friend, Comrade Ayoinka Onyi for inside the house. Comrade, how you did? I don't tell. It have stayed. I know they hear you. I know they get your audio. I don't get your audio at all. Check whether you mute yourself.
Sorry, I off it.
Ah,
You don't think?
it have stayed very well. I have missed you. It have stayed. How you
Thank
did?
you. I'm very fine. I'm gentle as
Okay.
usual. I'm always
Uh,
gentle.
I know now. I know now. What can the
I
righteous do? What can the
ah,
righteous do, my brother? All right. So, make we get straight to the matter. What did they happen tomorrow? Why another protest, really?
why another protest?
Yes,
The
that's what we
question,
go ask.
the right question is saying why we don't even dey protest every day, every minute for this country.
Because
Why?
you know the reason I asked why that another protest, because waiting be the
Mm,
result of the one we would do before. That now waiting a lot of people they ask. Say, remember, say we do end bad governance protests. Instead of
mm.
things to get better, things can't get worse. And after end bad governance protest, it be like say government increase fairly. Immediately after that, again, after end bad governance protest, promise where president even make with a mouth, saying go come out tariff, a waiver, duty waiver for some product. Till now, he never fulfill them. After end bad governance protest, underage people then sue them for treason. So what to make you think, say, what will be the benefit of that end bad governance protest and why we get the need for another protest now? And what we go do differently to make sure, say, the next protest work? And what to make I ask that
Ah,
question?
I go assure Nigerians. I want to assure Nigerians say
Hmm.
wetin dey see after the protest. If we no protest, e go be double. The
Hmm.
wickedness of this government no be small scale,
The
na
government
high
wicked.
scale.
The
It's a
government wicked.
wicked, it's a wicked, Tinubu is a wicked man. This is a
Hmm.
wicked government. This is heartlessness now. Shey person go dey die, you wey be father of nation, people go dey die una go dey smile. There's no sense of urgency. There's no desire to save anybody. You die, you die. You are
You
out
say
of you
people go they die. You should say na die people they die because some people they score and saying do well. Oh. If you
are.
look very well, in fact, if they be person wey score am, oga one go adeyeye score am saying na 99% he go score am because of saying he too try, he too do things wey nobody for fit do.
Those kind of people, they are just deluded and they are hungry. That's what I will say. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing everything possible to buy everybody, just like he did in Lagos. That's the same strategy. What do
Hmm.
you need? I said to you, what do you need? Well, unfortunately, you cannot buy 200 million people. You will try, but you cannot. That's why you hear this one has the camp, this one has the camp. They buy you either to cover your crimes or to just give you what you want. But it's obvious. See, when we are talking about the condition of a nation, we look at the macroeconomies, look at the microeconomy. You see, all those things I've said, there's a part that is statistics, and there's a part that what we can see. You can lie about statistics, you can forge it, but you see, when you go to the streets, you will see
The
real
real
poverty.
statistics.
You cannot forge what is on the street. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed woefully. And the question we should be asking is that why have we not shut down the country forever until it's out
Hmm.
of power? Because it's a miserable failure. You know, look at what they
Hmm.
are doing for Donald Trump abroad. They don't waste time. They shut down everywhere. But
Ah, Donald Trump, they tell them they want them, even with the one in way they give them. People they come out, they
they fire. That is
people not
it.
there though.
See, those people, they are citizens, they recognize their power, and not only do they recognize it, they overdo their power. But we here, we even give time frame. Oh, April, we protest. August, we give them few weeks. No. For the killing in Benue, for the massacre all over the country, for the poverty, for the out of school children, for the continuous increase in price of goods, for the miserable state kidnapping and everything, we should not be even sitting in our house. We should flood the street and say enough is enough. We cannot have a president that is a failure. And these things I've mentioned, it's not me and you that will solve it. We cannot. Precious, if I have the power to stop insecurity, I will do it. I'm not happy seeing people dying, we getting kidnapped. If I have the power to take Conquer away, I will do it. But only one single fellow has the power. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and his governors and ministers. And they are failing. And somebody is calling him 99%. Shame on them. A big shame on them. So we will be out tomorrow to speak against on these
All
issues
right.
and
So
more.
this protest tomorrow, what do you intend to achieve with them? Waiting on a group. Now take it back movement, now to organize a protest. Waiting be the aim, waiting be the purpose, and waiting at the target to achieve.
Yeah, so the truth we say we need to allow citizens to understand the reason why we keep on engaging in civil protest. If you abandon the street for your oppressors, you are simply telling them they have won. Now they
Hmm.
can now do all they want to do on the express. Bola
Hmm.
Ahmed Tinubu is very interested in a one-party state, very much interested. If you allow him, he will do
But he not
it.
talk, say he don't want that kind of thing now. He
It's
not
a
talk and say
lie. It's
no.
a big lie. It's a
Eh.
big lie. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very much interested in taxing you until you are shrinking in poverty. They are very much interested in looting and looting until there's even nothing anymore in the treasury. If you fold your hands, you allow it. Also,
This will
the
not be
reason
serious accusation.
I'm telling you, it's a fact. The reason why we keep on protesting is because there's a need to sustain and fight for democracy because we have not gotten it. And the democracy, the so-called democracy we got that they are saying they are doing now, wasn't gotten on the platter of gold. People fought. So we cannot abandon the street. Our continuous protests keep on reminding them that we are not letting go. Then finally, which is actually an advantage to the oppressors, when we leave the streets and we do not give the struggle direction, the
Hmm.
people that will take over the streets will not be reasonable people like me and you. They will
Hmm.
be harmed, they will be heartless. And not
Hmm.
only will the oppressors alone suffer, even we that are even also managing, they will see us as food to be eaten. So the protest is even saving them because oppression cannot be sustained. It will give. Oppression does not last 100 years, a century. It will give. So our protest is actually saving the nation from calamity and anarchy.
Okay. So where and where this protest will happen tomorrow? Make I even look what I gather your flyer, make I put them out.
Yes.
Where and where this protest will happen?
The protest is happening all over the state,
Oh wow. So I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
all
10,
over the
11, 12,
country, all over the country
about
rather.
17
So
states and more. Eh,
yes,
wow.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And some countries, some nations outside, some citizens outside the nation also might also protest tomorrow. And all these people, all these states that are here are already prepared and ready to go. In fact, some of them had press conference today. In Lagos also, there will be protests at Maryland, organized by Take It Back movement. And some other groups
Where for
also
Maryland? Where for Maryland?
right at the traffic light, that
Okay.
center.
That's roundabout. That's center.
Yeah, that's where we'll be moving from. So there's
But I not
anybody
go
that
up.
gets it.
Okay, so you move from there to where?
Yeah, we are moving. So basically, it's not going to be towards Ikeja because that place is not a commercial area. It's not a residential area. But where the spirit leads, we will move tomorrow. It might be towards Korodu Road, might be Ojota, but the starting point is Maryland.
Okay. All
And
right.
some other people are also going to be protesting in Lagos. So if by any chance you are not in Maryland and you're on the island, be on the lookout for those that decide to protest on the island. It's a so-called democracy day, and we must do what democracy is supposed to protect, which is the freedom of
Of
speech,
expression.
the right to protest, freedom of expression, freedom of movement, and freedom of association. And nobody should stop us, and nobody can stop us.
Because I was just about to ask you why June 12, really.
Of course, we were not going to allow them to hijack that day and turn it to a day of funfair and a day of, those days we used to go and picket Abiola's house and shout at all the criminal politicians that come there to come and laugh like they actually did Abiola any good. We used to go there regularly. I have some of my pictures, and it's not because of Abiola, but because of that day and because of what that day represents. So that's why we're taking over the streets instead of allowing them to turn it to jamboree. We have absolutely nothing to celebrate. Nothing to celebrate. What
Oh,
democracy pertains and what democracy is supposed to uphold is not what is happening in our country. This morning, a journalist was arrested before 7 a.m. in his house, picked up by police officers that did not identify themselves, no name tag, nothing. They didn't tell him his offense. They just kidnapped him and took him to Alabama. Who does that? You know his house, you know where he works, you have his phone number, you didn't invite him for anything, you just come and kidnap him. Why should that be happening in the 21st century? Because you have guns. So we're not going to allow them to turn that day to something special like they're anything important, regardless of election, will be celebrating democracy. They're ashamed of themselves. So we're going to march the streets and fight for a better
so,
society.
so after June 12, what happens after the election tomorrow and government no green listen? What will happen next? Business as usual, more suffering as usual, because but
No.
as you say, suffer day, more of the oppression as usual. What will happen after June 12?
So Nigerians never stop protesting. That's just the truth. Now we are in a, thank you. I was seeing the comments as I said, thank you.
Hmm.
Now we are in a 21st century, and people tend to, we have to use what we have, which is technology, social media, media space. So Nigerians have never stopped protesting. Even I think the last protest we had was April 7th or so. So since then we have not stopped. We have kept on fighting, and they are feeling the heat always. But I'm going to propose to Nigeria what we are doing. And what we are doing, the Take It Back movement, is to continue to be in the face of the system, to continue to fight against this injustice, and continue to push towards the revolution that Nigeria needs. That's what we need. There's no naysaying about it. Unless we get that revolution, we'll continue to fight and fight and fight. Some people will die and all that. We need to get these people that have hold on to power to destroy our life out of power. There's nothing else. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a special human being. He's flesh and blood like me and you. Nothing special about him. Nothing special about our oppressors. What is happening is that we have surrendered the power to them, and we need to take it back from them. So that is our suggestions to Nigeria, and that's what we keep on preaching. People shouldn't fold their hands. Anywhere you find yourself in a community, in the locality, in the state, you must be in the face of the oppressors. Organize and not agonize. So the struggle does not stop after the protest. It definitely will continue. And that's why after April 7, we did other action, and here we are again, June 12, more actions.
All right. So any particular agenda for inside this protest? And I get any agenda like
Of
waiting or intend
course,
to? Okay.
of
So let's
course,
know.
there are many of them, and it is not different from some of the things that we have been fighting for a while now. But the principle of them all is that to remind Nigerians that one, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a failure, and nobody should deceive him. The people that they are licking his feet to survive, they can continue to do that. But courageous Nigerians that are feeling the heat and pain of his government will remind him that it's a failure. As somebody that is in power, that you said you were voted for, you need feedback. And this is feedback from the people. You are a failure for 2 years, and you have done nothing significant to better the life of the people. Came to Lagos to come and do opening for a road that you have not even finished to 1%, cause traffic on the highway, disturbing people, lying, the same road that they did for billions. Some people have completed it in 150 days. So sad. But specific demand is to reverse the petroleum hike. That's what we have been saying. and electricity tariff that is biting on Nigeria. Those are specific demands, and we have made that demand also before. Tuition fee also, reverse the high tuition fee. I've left a lot of young, as I'm speaking to you this evening, a student still chatted me that he needs to pay his school fees, and and terrorism. They have nothing to
But
do.
in terms of the students' fees, the president go tell you saying give student loan, and now you be the first person to
What loan? We
visit.
have told them, we say it again. Scrap loan and give grants. All the people that collected loan in the US, they regretted it to date. But I haven't said all this. They can't do it. I'm going to say because they are not even capitalists. They are just the slaves of the capitalists. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the puppet of the West, puppet of the IMF policies and the One Bag policy. So he can never do anything. So Nigerians, as we are making this demand, need to organize, mobilize, and kick them out of power. As simple as that. People that are not solving your problem, show them the door. It's in Nigeria that we give people that are failures more opportunities. Someone that failed, someone that stole, someone that rigged the election, you will see favor him again by giving him political positions. So we want hunger to end in Nigeria. We're going to go to the street about look at this week. I don't know, am I saying this week? Since Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into power, there's absolutely no week that there's no terrorist killing. If it's not Benue, it's Kaduna. It's not
Plateau
Kaduna,
State
it's
done the
Jos.
same again this week.
And there's no sense of urgency to stop it. Nothing. Soldiers will come out and complain that this is why they cannot solve the problem. They will not attend to it. They will rather arrest them and throw them in one garrison. So all these guys, we should not be dying and facing all this because of some people, few percentage, I'm not even up to 0.5%, just hold on to power. 200 million people should rise up and kick them out. That is why we are calling on Nigeria. That's why we keep on organizing them to do this. And they will rise up. They will rise up.
Okay. All right then. Any other thing you like Nigerians to know very quickly because I need to move on to other stories and where I get
Yes,
some.
so
You
we
get
the
anything? You get anything? Okay. When you talk that, one, make I quickly pick your mind on something. But just go
yeah,
ahead.
the Take It Back movement has an historical duty to continue to mobilize and organize Nigerians to the streets and invite them to fight for a revolution. Just like the name of our organization says, take it back. We are going to take this country back, no matter what. Young people, adults, everybody. Come with your pain, come with your hunger, and let's fight for our lives.
All right. Thank you. So you get anything where BC would like talk about the recent the camping of governors and endorsements of the president? You get anything we go want to talk about them very quickly while we move on, and especially as the president they celebrate in midterm for office in 2 years for office.
He's celebrating his failure. Of course, thieves will decamp to each other now. They are thieves. They are all thieves. So I don't even say anything special. If thieves are coming together, I'm happy that they are coming together. So it will be easy for us to bundle them. It's. I don't like when they begin to separate themselves. There's no difference between all these political parties that have been ruling us over the years. They are elite. So there's no difference. So they are just thieves. Akpabio was in the PDP when his crimes was so much as a governor of 8 years. He decamped so that he can get a ministerial position and become a senator so that APC can forgive him. Same thing. So there's nothing special. There's nothing new. It's simply this political elite just going for where they will be safe and where their sins will be forgiven and where they will continue to eat fat. So it's thieves. It's congregation of thieves. So Nigerians should be happy so that they can bundle them out. It's Nigerians that should unite. If the thieves are uniting and you that are not stealing, you keep on fighting yourself with tribe and religion and division that does not make any sense. Instead of you to unite and fight them off, then you lose. But they don't lose anything. Whether they are in APC or they are in PDP, they don't lose as long as they are good. That's why and Alex Oti can say he's in Labour and still be protected by APC as long as he's cooperating with APC. What's the word in Osho State? He can be in PDP at Adeleke and still be cooperating with the APC in power. As long as he's cooperating, it's good. There's another one in Osho State. There's no difference between all these people. It's just how you play your game that matters. So there's nothing special in it. It's a combination of thieves. And
All right.
Tinubu
Thank
is
you.
playing his game.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Comrade Ayo. I know say you don't get time, you need to run. So I appreciate the time you say can spend with us. And hoping say you go fit join me tomorrow again. We could give a bit of feedback on how the matter take go
Yes,
tomorrow.
tomorrow I'll be
Yeah.
much happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Do enjoy the rest of your
Like
day.
you just take where I come here. I don't know where I go. I don't okay, I don't
Now
see
what
him.
for you? Now what for you? Now what for you?
You don't think you
Now
don't
you
think
follow. Now you be the founding member of this platform. Oh, this thing where
I'm
they
telling
follow for
you, I
you.
can't forget, but it's looking different and more beautiful. I don't know.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
up
you
the
so
good work.
much.
Well done.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. All
Tomorrow.
right. Thank you. Tomorrow. Bye. All right, Nigerians, let's run you through the other issues that we have very quickly. Let's begin with the matter of Adams Oshiomhole. As today, early morning today, see Murtala Muhammed Airport in an Gingim matter. Former Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole, today Wednesday, disrupted flight operations of Air Peace at the Zulu Hall of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport. Sorry, Murtala Muhammed Airport in Lagos, actually the domestic wing. Now, the Edo State Senator, despite arriving after the boarding had closed, could be seen in a viral video loudly expressing his displeasure while blocking access to the terminal. Now, the management of the domestic carrier, in a statement later in the day, which failed to mention the name of the senator, also condemned the senator for allegedly assaulting its staff, describing the former governor's conduct as unruly and unbecoming. If you see this matter, it be like say where Jim, so I go just on. So the matter it gets as it take be well. So now make we even check the matter as it take be more. Now the Airpeace had to put up a statement. Let's see if I can get a copy of that statement that Airpeace put out very quickly. Airpeace get to put out a statement. Talk say, this attitude by a certain person, it be like say don't they become unbecoming because what is going on here? This na part one of the statement. Man, look what I go get part two. You know, see as a header, unruly conduct by prominent politician at Lagos airports. Airpeace reaffirms zero tolerance for violence. You see it there. Okay, make a look at that. We'll get the balance side of it. Okay, so that's it. That's it. So yeah, so you don't see the statement where say Airpeace put out there, and then Vex well as in put out that statement because they say what is going on here. So bottom line, I think the matter will happen according to people who explain the issue. Talk say Adams Oshimole or Senator Adams Oshimole come in on board when it be say the flights don't already they don't stop boarding or they don't close their this thing boarding gate. And then at that time now you come. Maybe it is as if be senator now, you go fit enter. But let's just read the message first of all. Then before I go to reactions on social media, I like to give you guys scoop on reaction on social media. Now, LP strongly condemns the unruly conduct of a prominent Nigerian politician who disrupted airport operations on the morning of Wednesday, June 11, 2025. The prominent individual in question, they're not going to call him Nemo. This will get mine though. In question at Murtala Muhammed Airport Terminal 1 Zulu Hall at approximately 06 a.m. for flight scheduled to depart Lagos or Abuja at 6:30 a.m. They say at that time incoming 6:10. Meanwhile, the flight is scheduled to leave 6:30 a.m. And all of us know say boarding the end by almost 15 minutes before the flight. So sorry, 45 minutes before the flight for domestic flights. We know that one and regular operations. So you go reach there. Make sure say you don't reach there later than 45 minutes before your flight because if you reach there, it's still up for you. Now, in line with our standard on time departure policy, the boarding process has closed and the flight departed as scheduled. Upon being informed on the missed flight, the politician resorted rather to violence, physically assaulting a staff and forcefully barricading the terminal's entrance. He went as far as sealing the entry gate and manning the access point, effectively obstructing other passengers from gaining entry into the terminal. The unacceptable behavior caused significant disruption to ongoing operations and affected numerous travelers scheduled for various flights. So then TikTok. Now, then get more for inside that update. So BBC they also give, they say, to minimize further inconvenience, Air Peace swiftly activated an operational contingency plan to board affected passengers through an alternative or alternate terminal, ensuring the continuity of their travel plans. Now, we are deeply saddened that such a high profile figure displayed da 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 da. So they just mentioned. But after all of this mention, oh God, I'm so Shimoli and make sure say he answer then. And because you know, Adam so Shimoli, no person you could just do something, make you quiet like that. No, 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 no. Gentlemanness, then they reach for that side. If you do me, I do you back. You give me bass, I give you boss. So make we take a look at some of the drama, just briefly of the drama we happened today, and then I could play you some other reactions. Just watch it.
No, that's what they are saying. That it's overbooked. That's right. How is the answer?
Now be small matter today for inside the Murtala Muhammed Airport at all. I dey come I go play that because I even get reaction of some other people will also be passengers we even miss the flight too and waiting themselves then get to talk as they miss the flight. And how some of them even go as far as blaming the senator himself, say no, 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 no. Oga Senator they wrong for this one when you do because I mean the airline they right for waiting them do. But Oga Senator also don't respond and I go playing a reaction. But before I play a reaction, I will get to play more of the things there. The drama will happen today because that drama, oh, it get us to take you, wear James. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get you that conversation. Let me say, okay, so this now a lawyer, a particular lawyer will be say also missed the flight, and then him to come dey explain wetin happen and why e be say e no dey in support of the attitude or the character wey e be say Oga Adams Oshiomhole wey be a member wey dey represent a senatorial district and im be house and im suppose show a good conduct, that is e.g. for example im suppose live e.g. for example life wey e be say we suppose know say when we dey look in life we go dey know say na this kind life na e be say we when we grow up we go be like this, but unfortunately na that kind thing na come happen according to wetin people come dey talk for inside the streets of social media. Na so e take be, and this matter e get as e take be because streets of social media come dey gaga, people come dey. In fact, make I even show you some tweet wey BC person put up earlier today concerning that. Not even tweet here. Person one of the people wey BC raise alarm for inside the conversation. See the tweet we get to put up very quickly. Say Adams Oshiomhole caused serious problems at MM1 this morning. He came late for his flight, so the plane took off. Him and his security team then blocked the departure point, insisting that nobody else should fly out till they sort him out. I never see this kind thing before. Now, waiting the person put up. I never see this kind. Inside, he said, what is worse is that the ARP staff were shouting back at him, "Sir, you are always coming late, missing your flight and causing problems. You did this same thing last week." Ha! Now, dear, all man provoke with that too. Everybody come provoke. Now, this is the reaction where somebody give for inside the matter. I'm gonna make a go sharply go play some more of a reaction of what somebody for inside that conversation. I'm gonna take it.
On my way business class to Abuja.
Let me see your boarding pass, sir.
See my boarding pass. I'm Barrister Michael Tokwe.
Okay, sir. You can go ahead, sir. What time did you get to the airport?
We got a system.
6:10. Okay. And the counter closes 45 minutes.
5:45.
Yeah,
We missed
45 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
it. I saw that movie. We missed it.
Okay.
I
But-
saw in 6:12.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rule is you have to be here 45 minutes before the time.
Before the time. And it's
If
stated
you
in
are
your
here 30 minutes
ticket.
before the time, it's a privilege.
Okay.
If the flight is delayed,
Okay.
in Press Street upon them, you're supposed to pay, no show accommodation, but they didn't pay. That's aside. But it sees the security of the airport and blocked the entrance.
Entrance.
Nobody could come in.
Nobody could go out.
Therefore, resorting to self-help, it's never done.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now you don't hear that part. All right, okay. Okay, so make I go take okay. Say the person when they accused get right to also talk in own point of the conversation back. So he himself, Senator Adams or Oshiomhole, where they represent a donut and will be former governor of the state. He doesn't a governor, he be former governor, he marry fine woman, Ira, fine woman like this, way he marry. He don't give him own insight for what happened today when the money for the airport will lead to the blocking or him blocking the Zulu Hall entrance. So he narrates how passengers, including himself, were prevented from boarding an Air Peace flight to Abuja despite having checked in online. Say then check in online. Now, Comrade Oshimole, who he speak to Vanguard after a video surfaced on social media showing him in a heated exchange with an airport official, said the commotion at domestic terminal was sparked by Airpeace decision to prevent passengers from boarding while allegedly reselling seats at inflated prices to others on the spot. You dey hear am? Say he say Airpeace resell seats to passengers for inflated prices. Now his words: I booked Airpeace. They delayed the flight for over 5 hours. In the end, they announced a cancellation. I had to get another ticket. Yesterday, I booked a flight for 6:30 a.m., which is the first flight today. I booked and asked them to check me in online, which I did, along with two other Ghanaians who met me in Lagos. We checked in online just to avoid the last minute issues I've had with them in a couple of times. That means he agrees, saying also get issues with them a couple of times. Okay, moving on. He says, I got there at about 5 minutes past 6. Well, Epi saying reach there 10 minutes past 6. The man will be eyewitness saying reach there at about 12 minutes past 6. So being follow passenger, but him saying at 5 minutes past 6. So it's okay. Now they told me the counter was closed. I told them no, I've already checked in. I showed them the evidence of my online check in even before then. They had asked if I had checked in, and I told them yes, and that I had no luggage. They looked at it, but still said the gate had been closed. Meanwhile, I noticed they were still taking doing what taking other people in. Now, so I asked, how can you close boarding for a 6:30 flight at 6:05? What is the purpose of online check-in then? If I had to go through another check-in process, then that's the point. What's the point of the online check-in? While speaking to them, I saw many men and women who had been there even before me with similar experiences. Basically, they were selling tickets on the spot at a higher price. I'll give you an example. A lady bought her ticket for 146,000 naira online. She arrived at the airport at 5:55 a.m. for the 6:30 a.m. flight after the gateman had delayed her. They told her she was late and that the counter had closed to check in. She said that was impossible. As it wasn't even 6 a.m. yet, they told her she would she put on the next flight, or she'll be put on in the next flight. She protested, saying, "Why put me on this flight?" But they told her the flight was full and she would have to wait. Meanwhile, the airline was selling tickets on the spot for between 200,000 naira and 300,000 naira to take advantage of the situation. They discouraged those who had bought tickets online at lower rates and sold to people willing to pay more offline. Now, I asked the manager, what is this woman's crime? She has a baby that's not more than 6 months old. How can you refuse to board her when the aircraft still on the ground? And then, bottom line, we say as they talk. So in talking on parts, can't accuse FFP say waiting they cause the problem and because of say then they deliberately sell tickets to people for a higher rate. But then an eyewitness we did there, we say he even seen one of him, the man self agree, he saying the lawyer, he agree saying himself come late. And I admit, say Oshimole also come late because say him reach there before Oshimole, say himself no board. Then how come Oshimole they talk this one? And how come this lawyer don't talk this one? Hear what this lawyer.
On my way business class to Abuja.
Let me see your boarding pass, sir.
See my boarding pass. I'm Barrister Michael Tokweka.
Okay, sir. You can go ahead, sir. What time did you get to the airport?
We got a system.
6:10. Okay. And the counter closes 45 minutes.
45.
Yeah,
We missed
45 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
it. I saw that was even a missed it.
Okay.
I saw him 6:12.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rule is you have to be here 45 minutes before the time.
Before the time. And it's
If
stated
you
in
are
your
here 30
ticket.
minutes before the time, it's a privilege.
Okay.
If the flight is delayed,
Okay.
in Press Street of London, you're supposed to pay, no show and what did you pay? That's aside. But it sees the security of the airport and block the entrance.
Entrance.
Nobody could come here.
Nobody could go out.
Therefore, resorting to self-help is never done.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Well, that now the drama will happen today. I say make I give another tip of the iceberg. Let's move to other issues sharply before I enter inside NATASHA put you do an issue because say no matter the way they hot now carry come under the mud sharply. So on Sunday I've been telling about a particular woman where be say Igbo marketers they allege say they kill her for Ogun State. On to say boys they go around they go collect money. You know how they collect different money then now? All these local tax collectors them. And then they can't ask her say owo ileya, owo this, owo that. And then in that process she says, go I'll come back another time. I never sell market finish. When I sell market, you come back. And then vex. One thing lead to the other, then stab her. Tay she die. Now, the Ohanes and Debo don dey call say make them give her, make they demand for justice for her. The reported killing of an Igbo trader in Ogun State has attracted condemnation from Ohanes and Debo Youth Council worldwide. The group has therefore asked the Ogun State government to ensure justice for the victim's family. It was alleged that the victim, a woman, Blessing Eze, was killed at Ifo Market in Ogun State by the state gang or by a gang. The armed group said to be parading government agents were said to have stabbed Blessing on the chest, resulting to her death. Sources said her offense was refusing to pay 1,500 naira religious levy imposed on traders at the market. That is Omo Ile Abi Omo Sala, Abi Owo Ile Abi Owo Sala. Reacting, the national president of Ohanes Ndibu Youth Council, Mazi Oko Naboike, asked the state government to provide clear details of what led to the death of the Igbo woman. We need to know why she was killed. Who are those behind her gruesome murder? What is the government doing, or what has the government done to get justice for her? Have the perpetrators been arrested? The Ogun State government has to respond appropriately. Time has gone when Ndibo are continuously treated as slaves in their own country. The gruesome murder of an innocent Igbo trader would not be condoned. We must fight until she gets justice, Oku vowed. Now, he also called on the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kaide Egbetokun, to take over the investigation of the matter. We are urgently appealing to Inspector General of Police, IGP Egbetokun, to take over the investigation of the matter. This is the only way to guarantee justice for the victim's family. And waiting Okuto. But in the meantime, for those of you who want to watch our show on Sunday, make a quickly play that incident will happen for American for FaceTime. So
aspect of this thing. How can a woman, a mother of how many kids be murdered in the cold of blood? And nobody is saying anything about it. Our people are just marching freely in the market to protest, to draw the attention of the federal government, of the state government. So that's where it's happening. It's not you saw it in Facebook. It's not you saw it on TikTok. We are live to tell you what is happening.
It has been getting out of hand.
So-
The
so-
process is getting out of hand.
Everybody is bitterly complaining. Everybody is bitterly complaining. Shocks are the
You cannot sell a half piece.
You imagine that is one of the traders complaining.
They will ask you for money. Money.
We are live at for now right away in the protest of our sister Mrs. Eze that was being stabbed to death by the Yoruba Talks yesterday. A for here in Ogun State. Stating as Prince Ingo is bringing you live updates. This is the protest going on here. We are at the venue of the incident. We are This are just the protests going on in the market presently. I am live here to bring you an update. Live event is not about TikTok, not about Facebook. The reason for this update is to tell you that we are everywhere, covering any event taking place against our people. Our people have been intimidated, they have been harassed, they have been killed. Market worth millions of naira destroyed. So we want the relevant authority to take note of this. This embarrassment, this humiliation here is too much. We cannot take it again. We cannot take it any longer. We cannot accept this any longer. This is very painful. Please, if possible, I'm going to bring the corpse of the woman live. So I will like our people, those that are in charge of this kind of matter, to take note. And I will try to get information from the market leadership. So if whatever they said, I'm going to update people. So we can no longer accept it. You can imagine. Look at our people protesting here. We are in it for. We are in it for local government.
You don't see that one, and the matter what happened for Ogun State be that on Saturday. I think that's when it happened. When it be said they say this young woman been they collect taxes from the woman, and so play. The thing enter players, human being don't die be that. You see how fickle life day. Now speaking about governance right now, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, the elder brother of Dati Baba Ahmed, former spokesperson for the Northern Elders Forum, he don't say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He say he failed to meet the expectations that would improve the quality of governance and standard of life of Nigerians. In context, say Tinubu 2 years office, they characterized by unbridled corruption and waste and abuse. That's to say the corruption wey be say dey Tinubu 2 years in office. Say the thing na corruption wey be say they no even fit measure am. Na corruption wey be say na anyhow corruption. Anyhow corruption. That is corruption where they no even hold hand. Corruption where just they go free will by own self. Now, in an interview for Inside Arise Television, now they talk it clearly said, he said clearly the Tinubu administration has failed expectations that was going to radically improve the quality of governance. So much waste, so much abuse of resources, and corruption going on. Say the thing where they go on too much. Say that they waste money anyhow, they abuse office anyhow, and then the corruption where they go on, say it be like say you no get a limit at all at all. Now waiting it take it talk. And then he said he noted that since former President Goodluck Jonathan took over and ran the country aground, we fought against Jonathan because we felt Nigeria deserved better leadership than Jonathan. But Mr. Baba Ahmed added that we didn't realize that we were going to we didn't realize that we were going to put in place someone who was not even to govern at all. Jonathan governed badly. President Buhari did not even govern at all. I don't want to play that clip because it's embarrassing. He said when they fight against Jonathan because of it, they say, Jonathan no do anything. He no do anything. You know govern well. You know do well. So your government, you know they govern well. They can't come out and say, "Man, go put President Buhari. Now Buhari be the man. He go bring change." So they can't bring person where be say you know even govern at all at all. You know even bring that is if you even govern it for even good self. This one, no governance at all even happen to where he did. Now, we see talk or not me talk about. And he said, now you have a president who started on a faulty foot and says, I am going to become president because it is my turn. Even if you forgive him for making that comment. 2 years into the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Tinubu's government, we judge them by their record. He said, but that's Baba Ahmed argued that if the quality of the lives of Nigerians is used to measure Mr. Tinubu's performance, the administration had failed. Now, they will tell you they are doing great with all the world indices or World Bank statistics, all the international ratings and everything, but that's not the only measures you use to measure government. Go to the people, go measure them. You measure by your citizens or the lives of your citizens, and if that is the yardstick by which we are going to measure perhaps this administration, then clearly the Tinubu administration has failed expectations that it was going to radically improve the quality of governance. That's what Baba Ahmed talk. Bayo Nanoga, spokesperson to Mr. Tinubu, did not immediately respond to Gazette's request to comment because they asked Gabayo, "Oh, Gabayo, how far? You know, go talk inside this matter." Oh, Gabayo, no talk inside the matter so far. I will go check whether you don't talk inside the matter. So you don't say as it take be. Meanwhile, somebody will be saying at the board of chairman of Nigerian Ports Authority will be senator, I think former minister, to yesterday for inside, I think Arise Television get an interview. When they ask him to rate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he talks say, hey, you go rate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 99% if you go rate that because say president don't try well. All the things that wouldn't say he's supposed to saying don't beat the expectation of so many people. He don't try well. I can't look at where. Okay, now isn't it? I did a detailed video on that. With some statistics, some things that they happen, especially as it concerns Nigeria for child and in maternal mortality and hunger too. I do a video and I go to my video session and go and watch that because I can't repeat that here again. That's not the matter with the grab. Make we enter inside coalition now before we go into NATASHA what you down matter. So as it gets to do with coalition and failure of government, former Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi will be the former governor of Rivers State too. He don't accuse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's led administration of failing Nigerians. Now, the former governor of Rivers State said he is ready to join coalition that would challenge Tinubu in 2027. Amechi said he would keep telling the truth to power despite being a member of the All Progressives Congress APC. Saying still be member, but saying will continue to say the truth. Remember, I said they be plenty to be member because I didn't do myself a member that year. Be okay. Now, the former governor disclosed this, of course, in an interview with BBC. He accused Tinubu of worsening the economic hardship in Nigeria. The former minister also maintained his loyalty to the APC, but insisted that being a party member does not mean blind support for the government. If the government is failing the country, you don't just go along because you're in the same party. You know that's not right. That's why you talk. Amechi said Nigerians are dying of hunger and he is failing and that even him, they feel the effect. People are dying. People are starving. I myself am feeling the effect of hunger. That's why you talk. But we cannot tell you, man, they talk like that again. Okay, we can tell you, say, how can you, a former governor, when get access to billions of naira, can't talk say you're hungry? How can you say you're hungry, okay? What shape or manner of hunger are you hungry? When you get access to billions of naira, you can't say you're hungry. Now, you don't they talk again. Say, even you said they feel the hunger. Okay. Maybe they feel the hunger because of people with the pressure you shall to dash them money. Okay. All right. So moving on to other issues. Concluding that matter, Amechi is widely, of course, believed to be part of the opposition coalition aimed at removing President Goodluck and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. The leaders of the coalition, like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Governor Nasir El-Rufai, amongst others, we follow do lead that coalition. But still speaking about the coalition, I'm coming, because Shegun Showomi, former spokesperson and to ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar, don't say the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has turned out to be his greatest disappointment due to his perceived receptiveness to the opposition coalition. Hey, Showomi stated this during an interview on the Rise Television's prime time, stressing he was disappointed in Obi because he failed to take advantage of his popularity by aligning with the main opposition force in the country. Now, in case you don't understand, make a break and now for you. Say in the very disappointed with Peter Obi. Why Peter Obi will go the joint coalition? What thing they do with those coalition people? Waiting the coalition people sabi where they go join them. Say instead of Peter Obi to take advantage of the popularity we get and the obedient movement will be movers and shakers, so that only I will contest against we use that obedient movement. Okay, so that he go join body with obedient movement and PDP to use Komotinobu. So instead of to join body with PDP, we get crisis. So PDP will get crisis. Instead of to join body with PDP will get crisis. When we dey just go set trap at any time for Peter Obi. Instead of to join there, he come waka straight. go say they do coalition. What kind of coalition is that? Say because of that, they disappointed in him. I hope with these few points of mine, I don't explain that to you. Now, the PDP chieftain, while expressing dissatisfaction with his principal's move, added that PDP has to be the base of coalition, labeling the coalition movement a selfish adventure to favor a set of politicians. So if the coalition no they centered around PDP, then that will not be coalition. Now he warned Obi against the coalition, saying the politicians in the movement are only interested in taking advantage of his popularity for the 2027 general election. My greatest disappointment we are getting ready for 2027 is actually Peter Obi. Quoting him now. I don't want to play the I beg, don't tell me to play the sound of I beg. Okay. So he said the reason is that I had hope in all his seriousness that Peter Obi will understand that we can move and challenge the status quo, not the way he's been doing it all by himself. We will do that just to be able to to take the outcome. Even if it's a defeat, we'll say we gave it the best push and we shattered the glass ceilings and united the country because there is no glass ceiling on top of the southeast. You made one effort then, and then the next thing you're doing, you start running up and down the street. That's social meter. Now, the PDP chieftain said he told Obi that if he failed to make up his mind by May 29, he would be inclined to declare his support for President Tinubu in the next election. Say, I don't know whether you understand. Say, tell Peter B, say, Peter B, make up your mind to come back to PDP and join PDP. If you don't make up your mind between now and May 29, then I could go support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sheikh Ushomi, excuse me, I don't understand. You say B, where you go talk this guy, make him join PDP. Meanwhile, even you, where did the PDP go, step, you never feel solve the problem for the PDP. So you know CPDP gets issues. You want okay, so what how is he coming back to PDP? To what to do what exactly? On what basis? On what ground? To do what? For inside PDP. Mark Otamo, he said, I told him many months that if your mind is not made up by May 29 this year on what you want to do, I am going to be inclined to support Asewaju. And the simple reason is this. I told him, Peter, the benefits that we have done now by integrating you as someone who can be leader of the Igbo political force. And in a pan-Nigerian environment, I do not think throw it away. I do not think throw it away, but it's your call. If you want to do that, all this coalition, that, or this coalition, that, I'm thinking that you're bringing a new order. That's how you talk. I beg, make I leave the matter here, make an abyss and a complete man myself. So, bottom line, he said he's very angry and mad at Peter Obi for not accepting to come back to PDP, to join forces with the PDP so that they go fit fight the opposition. That is, they go fit fight. They go fit fight the president instead of to join the PDP in on the go the do coalition. Well, how dare he go and do coalition? How dare he go and do coalition? Why? How dare he go and do coalition? That coalition no good. But I don't think this, did Sheikh Ushomi really mean well for Peter Obi? Because if he was going to join PDP, how do you give a full-grown man an ultimatum? That you who really? Now, what's some people they talk with that? Say you be who or guy, why you go give him ultimatum? And then if you give him the ultimatum, why you go give him ultimatum when you know say even the crisis where they between the PDP and I never solve them? When I still get political crisis inside the PDP. Where be so now members themselves. That is governors inside the PDP they leave to APC, including you now. Don't talk say they leave. You go support Tinubu. Then they tell somebody to leave when they come to enter the PDP. Did you mean well? Now some people don't they react to inside social media. They look at like say maybe Sheikh Ushomi one of those where they bring to use try to see whether they go fit tune Peter Obi so that he will give up in structure for wherever he come, then so that he will be disappointed because he will get any political party to run with. Right? That now waiting some people they talk because people don't react like that. But make us still go for waiting it up because it's still Sama Atiku Abubakar concerning the coalition. He said Atiku knows about the coalition at all. He don't advise Principal Atiku Abubakar to go learn how to form coalition from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. See, because he knows Sabi at all at all. He said, in a bid to wrest power from President Tinubu in 2027, Atiku has been leading the movement by opposition politicians to form coalition. But she will not get a at all at all. She will say, I don't believe for that your coalition. In fact, if you don't say you won't do coalition, go wrestle power like this from Tinubu. In fact, this one, go we talk now. He talk am today, yesterday for inside TVC. Now he talk am. Now he did talk am. He talk am. He talk say the best thing with Atiku go fit do na to go learn how to do coalition from Tinubu. He said, I've always said it. I've always said people love with their hearts. I love Atiku with my bones, but I can't help him against himself. You can't run vice presidency on PDP 2 times with Obasanjo, get presidential candidate on the same party 2 times. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with him that the next best thing is to be shopping for a platform. If you want a coalition, why are you not coaxing or coaxing them perhaps into the party if you want a coalition? I think the spelling was wrong here. Why are you not coaxing them to join the party? That's what you talk. So bottom line, he say if the article no say one no go do coalition, I beg make it come go learn from Tinubu because Tinubu na master of coalition. Now then I go learn them. Now, speaking about the coalition matter, former Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Solomon Dalong, he don't condemn the ongoing wave of defection for inside the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, calling it a congregation of sinners in search of forgiveness and not a reflection of APC's quantitative accomplishment. Say the people when just they come out, they come. Everybody when they come together. Say, all of them, a coalition of sinners. And I don't sin against on a God, and the people go forgive on. Let me they come and be that we see on a problem be that. That is the only problem that you have. Because if that's not been a problem, why else am I going to do this or what are they do like this? Why else am I going to do? Okay. Now, speaking about what Shegun Show me talk about Peter Obi, again waiting it be say Peter Obi ally, one Peter Obi ally, Osa Local, and if I remember his name, that waiting they talk during the book launch we get yesterday about Peter Obi. He speak extensively about the character of Peter Obi, and he exposed what he be saying say she go me tell him about Peter Obi and the obedient movement in the wake of the 2023 election. That's how they prepare for 2022. Hear what they talk. We could just analyze them after this. Go hear what they talk.
Peter Obi's visit to Arewa House on 17th October 2022. At the meeting before his engagement at Arewa House, he has stopped to see Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi. And this is what Gumi said to Peter Obi, and I quote, "Even if you don't win beyond the 2023 elections, don't let the movement you have started end." End of quote. What movement was he talking about? The obedient movement. I don't know if he's clairvoyant, but he seems so. The second was what President Muhammadu Buhari said to Peter Obi on the 22nd of October, 2022. And I quote, from what I read in the newspapers, Nigerians, especially the Nigerian media, like you may not win this particular election, but age is on your side. I tried 4 times before I finally won. End of quote. Now, for a sitting president to be giving that advice to somebody who was likely to succeed him speaks volumes. And I believe that both remarks must undergird the inevitability of a new Nigeria that is possible. They must continue to drive us and compel us not to drop the baton. It was he who instigated, encouraged Nigerian youth to take back their country. It was a mere slogan, but it caught on and eventually became a mantra by itself. That led to this huge change in electioneering mindset, in the modalities, in the fact that there were young people who were obedient, who went out to canvass for people to pick up their PVCs and pushed the voting population from less than 80 million to 93 million. It was done by the obedient. Obi's unheralded presidential candidacy was in and by itself an instrument of soft power. And I think Sam spoke to that. There was no use of force. There was no advocacy for force. It was all about moral suasion when there were other alternatives that were open to some people, including myself and in this room. Because I've heard it said that all we wanted was for Obi to say, let's march, and we would have marched. And we know that we would have marched. But being who he was, it reminds me of what President Jonathan said, that his being president is not worth a drop of blood of any Nigerian. In the same vein, even though Peter Obi had not said that, his actions, as captured in the book, were such that it was, let's take our country back, but we don't have to do it violently. I know some people might still blame him for not giving that go-ahead, but it is documented in what he tried to do. A national politician, whom I will not name, said on record that Peter Obi and the obedient movement are largely effervescent, something that will disappear in the air, a phenomenon that would have to blow away with time. He was wrong. I know that he has since changed his mind, and he has said so publicly. And he has called Peter Obi and to say, I was wrong. When you came to my house, I told you, you can never be president. I have changed my mind. So we won one convict from the establishment. Because I follow history. Some of you might not know, when the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, became president, people around him found that there was not one single book that had been written about him. And he had been president, and he had been out of office for 30 years. They quickly rushed a book to explain him to Nigerians. Today, I can tell you that nobody is going to rush a book to explain Peter Obi to Nigerians and the world.
All right, you don't hear waiting one major man will be Peter Obi ally talk. By the way, he just resigned from the Labour Party for inside Edo State where he did recently. And yeah, that's the reason he get to talk for inside that book launch. I would like to know what you think about it. Now, he did say quite a lot. A lot of people could talk, say, oh, why he be say Peter Obi could hobnob with people like Shea Gumi and all that. Even though some people don't talk, say, oh, my Peter Obi no could be the president. If he become president, he no go be the president of only the good people of Nigeria, but both the good, bad, and ugly. So you hear that advice when you talk to Sheikh Gumi, give Peter Obi, say, they don't see in clouds where he say carry, basically speaking it in clear terms, and say that clouds where he carry, even if he no win the election, making no let him die. People don't blame Tito B talk say take advantage of the obedient movement immediately after the election to make sure say it begin do this registration way they do now. Say for drum that 2023. In fact, before the court judgment even finish, saying at that time now for begin do this registration to make sure say you get database of the obedient people then and all those work at them then because now the momentum don't they like say it down down small. But people come some people they talk say obedient movement don't turn to an ideology. Say it go hard before it be say it go down. So say Peter Obi still get that momentum where it be say carry. People they see him, some people they talk say people they see him as the one person where it be say get some semblance of better character, transparency, and way they willing to be accountable to the people. I go like know what's in your mind be, your mindset be for that thing the way be say talk. Remember, say Peter be these days, it can't be like say, hey, they won't rest for anybody anymore because he don't they give buzz they criticize. Unlike now, Peter B for no talk anything like go they account me, the no agreement will count the vote to go count them because not peace man. But these days, you see the kind of statements we make yesterday when you say when they do the next election, now say they go vote must count because who no agreement the votes count, say they go count the person. That kind of statement statement just like no be waiting they common for Peter Obi to make because him na peacemaker would always come for peace. So what do you think is happening to the mind of Peter Obi based on all of this new development about him? And apart from that, you hear waiting or the Oga talk when he talks, say as a matter of fact, say people been the wait after that election for P2B to just say move and everybody for move, perhaps in protest. Maybe now they try explain. But P2B rather maintain peace, say lie, you need to do anything in one space. Remember, say that's Baba Ahmed too been don't talk it talk, say the worst thing we be say then do now to make sure say they no even make any movement during that period. Say in fact, say they for carry the waka enter inside both what did they call them? Excuse me, say they for even carry the matter reach Obodo Ibo America, they for carry the matter reach different places. Say because waiting won't happen for that election, no be legitimating. He talk am them because that's Baba Ahmed, that person will be say he never stop to talk about in displeasure and the things and when feel about the election. But for all these things where be say that they talk, waiting be your mindset, waiting you really think about all this one will be saying. Now, I think I have a footage of that Baba Ahmed speaking on this issue earlier on. I for like play and for you, make you hear. Considering that thing with that Baba Ahmed talk, I will play waiting in talk before the court judgment, immediately after the election, and the one when talk after the court judgment. Based on that, he thinks P2B don't they perhaps they grow today as radical as that Baba Ahmed been the speak at that time, or maybe it's be that calm peacemaker, because he just like person like Jonathan we talk say in political career or ambition, no they the worth no worth to take anybody life or no supposed carry anybody head. Or do you think that it would have been otherwise? Waiting you really think about these things. So you be say advice when you say both former presidents Muhammadu Buhari and Sheikh Gumi give Peter Obi during the election or before the election. What do you think about these advices as Oga Seliko talk for inside this interview? I would really like to take your mind and reaction on the matter before we move straight to NATASHA matter. But make we go watch that thing with that Baba Ahmed talk immediately after the election because you know so I like to bring on evidence so that you know go talks in my mouth, you hear them. Go watch what's in talk immediately after the election, then we'll come back.
Nigeria is officially in a state of constitutional crisis. We're not realizing that yet. Certificate of return has been issued to a so-called president-elect unconstitutionally. There are therefore two meanings, two interpretations, and two understandings of the declaration made. One is that one by INEC. One is that one of the people. When I said of the people is whoever can read section 134 of the Constitution and take a position, then we are entitled to our own view of what crisis is facing Nigeria now. The certificate of return issued to Alhaji Tinubu is a dud certificate. It is one certificate that breaches the provisions of section 134. Therefore, the requirements to be declared as president-elect have not been met by Tinubu-Shetima ticket. The declaration, therefore, as it stands now, as far as the people of Nigeria who choose to adopt the literal, clear, interpreted meaning of Section 134 is concerned, there is really no president-elect. Section 134 stipulates who to be declared an issued certificate of return. It is only that candidate that has scored the highest number of votes and at least 25% in each in at least two-thirds of the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Right. Remember, and now it is very clear, Tinubu does not have 25% in the FCT. We denied him. We got 61%. Atiku does not have 25% in the FCT. We denied both of them. By the clear, unambiguous provision of the Nigerian Constitution, which must not be breached, Tinubu has not satisfied the requirement to be declared president-elect. Accordingly, there is no president-elect for Nigeria now. I repeat, accordingly, there is no president-elect for Nigeria at the moment because the declared one violates the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I know what I'm saying. The Constitution is there in your presence, it's available, everybody is reading it as I speak. I'm not therefore behaving illegally or unconstitutionally. To the contrary, I am supporting constitutionality. It is in fact better for the powers that be to go and create additional 6% out of thin air and rig it back to Tinubu and therefore swear him in on 25% than to go ahead and take the risk of swearing in a so-called president-elect that has not met the constitutional requirement. This document you read is not a puzzle. It is in English. It is law. The law is not a game for politicians to play. This document is not available for Yakubu to interpret that day. It is there for him to follow. The English is very clear. These are fundamental provisions of the Constitution. They come already interpreted. You cannot take a gun, shoot somebody, and then ask the family to go and get interpretation that you only fired your weapon and then it killed him. No. This constitution is more than abundantly clear. It says and. Shehu, you know the meaning of and. We know the meaning of and. That constitutional requirement has not been met. That certificate of return is null and void and cannot be sworn in as president. And let me tell you, the way they are going, disregarding the calls of the people, violating the constitution, let them even go ahead, even if they swear in Tinubu Shetima on 29th of May. They are swearing in an unconstitutional government. Nothing will change it. I am not a careless, reckless speaker. I am working with the Constitution there, that document, right, you just read. I'm following it. And I dare to tell you that swearing in Tinubu and Shetima is as good as swearing in the Nigerian army on 29th of May. If you swear in people that have not satisfied the requirement, you have, by so doing, ended democracy. This, our democracy, is going to end by the way we are going. This document is a product of the legal system. It has been signed into law by the President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so confident. However extreme it is, Shehu, I am saying it on national Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so confident. However extreme it is, Shehu, I am saying it on national TV. Swearing in a ticket that has not met the constitutional requirements, okay, is ending democracy. Quote me on it.
That's your interpretation.
That is my interpretation, and that is indeed a correct interpretation. You cannot swear people who have not met the constitutional requirement. You can't do that. If you did it, you have done something unlawful, something unconstitutional. And I'm repeating it. Whoever does not meet the constitutional requirement must never be sworn in. You said my name. If you like, I can say it again. I'm Dr. Baba Ahmed. I'm repeating. Swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country. You are engaging in an unconstitutional act. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme, and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He is putting all our lives in danger. We're already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again? What have they not done against Nigeria? What have they not abused in Nigeria? Now they will take the constitution where it is clear, it says get 24, after that and FCT. They fail to get it. They are going to swear this man in, and I should be afraid. I will not be.
So this particular interview, now immediately after the election, before the swearing in, and before the court judgment, Buhaha and all of those issues, now Dati Babamed will make this interview. And you see, I'm saying, hold the mouth water, he been talk a lot about them, and he maintain a stance. He talk, say, if you carry and go up, come down, say that thing when you say it be, now so it take be, great moving mouth. So, as it take be, based on this conversation, what they get about Peter Obi, you see Peter Obi to perhaps turn today radical like this now, because so they say person need to learn left hand for old age. That and waiting they likely today possible. I would like also play back waiting that Babamed can talk back recently towards the 2 years midterm preparation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We never to take way be say he been get that particular interview. He himself also get another interview where he maintain almost the same stand again. I could go here, and this time around, this particular interview now for Arise Television, I get them. This time waiting they get to talk after that or during that interview for Arise. Let's see if I have it here now. Okay, I dey try load them so that I go show that that's waiting in get to talk immediately. But I think the thing they give me issue never load well. So yeah, so make a look at that go fit get that. Okay, so that is it. This time waiting
you see, a sworn-in government needs to be and must be consistent with the constitution of the country. And now, if I were to open the relevant sections to you that we have discussed before, they are at variance with the justice served on Nigeria. So with due respect to the justice system, it is valid to ask, did the custodians of the law do the lawful? And the answer is simply no. We do recognize that the courts have the power to do all and everything, but that all and everything must be justice. The sworn-in Tinubu-Shetima government does not strictly comply with the Nigerian constitution as it were today, so it is not out of place for any objective mind to still call it unconstitutional. Mildly, one could say it is questionably constitutional, but then here's the big rejoinder to it. 9 out of 16 Nigerian leaders did not buy INEC forms, yet they served their terms. One of them 9 years, General Gawan, President Babangida 8 years. Nothing could, they were not consistent with the then written constitution because the constitutions were suspended. The point I'm making is that you could be a president, you could be a head of state, you could be a leader, you could be a dictator, so long as you are allowed to remain there. And the big point here is that Tinubu was allowed and is allowed to remain there, despite the efforts of people like me. You remember my efforts. I called clearly for Tinubu-Shetima not to be sworn in, and it was legal, it is legitimate. Up to now. Why? I gave my reasons. Then, did the Nigerian constitution have an alternative to that? Yes, of course, very constitutional. Ahmed Lawal could have served to, I think, 8th or 9th of June. And at the point of electing a new Senate president, he acts out the balance of 90 days during which a second or rerun election was to be held because Tinubu-Shetima did not satisfy the demands of the constitution to be sworn in. However, it was allowed. I tried to legitimately form what I called then the Constitutional Crisis Resolution Group. All we had to do was to take 3 documents, the Constitution, INEC results, and the options. Go to Washington, Brussels, London, Addis Ababa, on 29th, occupy Eagle Square. Tinubu will not be there today. And the beauty of stopping injustice is that it will not perpetrate itself. Bad leadership is a virus. What do viruses do? They create more, they become more and more and more. We should have stopped this before it happened, and legitimately so, constitutionally so, irrespective of the powers, the DSS, the police, you simply serve a notice. You see, the word democracy is still having a great deal to be understood. When you have a democracy, it means that at some point in time, the people will come out and be the arbiters themselves. Right now, Nigerian governments are governments because they have the army, they have the police and all those security forces surrounding and protecting them while they misrule. And the Nigerian people have no propensity to really take up their governments. Well, that is the meaning of democracy, that behind the Nigerian army, there is the army of the Nigerian people, whom if you transgress their constitution, they will come out against it. Well, now, bad leadership has realized the incapacity of Nigerians to come together and protect their rights. That is why I told you that if you cannot practice democracy, for God's sake, democracy is not for you. There were the hunger protests about last year also. But when you have 1,000 people doing what 1 million people should do, they will be trampled.
Yeah, I think going to what he said there about the 1,000 people.
You see, a sworn-in government
I expect
needs to be and must be consistent.
If he is that smart politician that he turns out to be, you know me, I say the truth. For someone to have organized 2007, culminating in his electoral heist in 2023, that person must be super smart politician. I'm not praising him at all. It's not good to be what really he is that I don't want to say. But look, he skipped 2007 and jokingly made Atiku candidate, made Ribadu and somebody 11, made Buhari in 15, Buhari won, and then skipped 2019 and then stole 2023. If he is that smart, everything is there for him that he's going to lose 2027. If he is that smart, because everything is there. There are 2 possible candidates that I cannot mention, and they are the nemesis of Tinubu. Tinubu's time has come. It has been proven that APC is a lie. Buhari did not develop Nigeria. Buhari did not provide security. Buhari did not fight corruption. Neither will Tinubu ever do this. So going forward, I see APC losing this election. I see Nigerians somehow uniting. Listening to what someone like me is saying that, look, if you cannot practice this democracy, it's not for you. And then Nigerians will decide to come out and practice democracy for the first time. And then bad leadership will begin to have no hiding place in Nigeria. And then gradually we'll begin to heal our land. We'll begin to recover. We'll begin to unite and take each other's as fellow Nigerians, brothers and sisters. Their time is up.
But that Baba Ahmed talk, and if you compare him to waiting or say local talk about Peter Obi, waiting you really think? I just to make I just give on two sides of that story, but make we move on to other issues very very quickly. Talking about the Peter Obi himself, so Oga never rest because he don't talk now. He don't lambast government as he decry the growing insecurity and hardship for inside the country. He describe the country as a crime scene wey dey in dey need of repair. Na so Peter Obi don describe Nigeria. Say Nigeria na a crime scene wey dey in serious need to be repaired. Now I bin dey talk this one for public presentation of his book. Obi, the political change agent, wey e be say person wey write am na one Ike Aboye. Na there now e dey talk am. In fact, make I quote the thing that wey he talk. He say today in Nigeria we are not officially at war, yet Nigerians are living in IDP camps. In their own country, Nigerians are refugees in Chad, in Cameroon, and the only reason is because we don't have a government that cares for them. Say na wetin make it dey like that. So now people don't look and say, e be like say people don't dey talk more than they talk before. It not be even only that one they talk. Yesterday, remember say Oga Presido being inaugurated, be launch, be the new brand new brand newly renovated international conference center. What they call baptize and come give a new name, call them and the president's name. Yeah. So you even talk about that one because he say, say what's in they happen now? Say, in fact, he don't lambast government. Say, how it be, say, government go spend 39 billion naira for the renovation of International Conference Center. Then come put icing on top the renovation, change the name to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu name. Say, in fact, he call am saying a gross misplacement of priorities, benefiting the elite at the expense of the poor. Because what be the purpose of International Conference Center? We go spend 39 billion for. Say this one, not to misplace priority, we be saying now only the rich now they benefit and they leave the poor. Now, Obi talk this one for inside Abuja as they they announced the facilitation of 3 development projects worth over 6 million naira for the government girls secondary school Chibok for inside Borno State. He emphasized, say the investments in education are not mere donations, but crucial in contributions to national development. Now, there way they talk. He talk a lot of things. He say, make a quote the way he talk so I know we hear him from me. He said the 39 billion used to renovate the International Conference Center would have been better spent on addressing urgent issues affecting Nigerian school children who are in desperate need for such investment instead of to rebuild and rebrand and rechacha International Conference Center. Now, what's in he talk? He can't say he questioned the rationale behind the project, pointing out that public school teachers in the FCT have been on strike for over 3 months due to unpaid salaries. Further evidence, he said, of misplaced government priorities. Because go misplaced priorities. When people go on strike, they go renovate somewhere. Now, he said he questioned, he said that the kind of money or that kind of money, 39 billion naira, could have procured thousands of computers for schools across Nigeria, helping to empower the next generation. Well, Obi talk a lot of things, but make a leave and there. Make a move on to another matter. I don't want to waste time. Sharply, sharply, sharply. I don't tell anyone, I say, Shegu Show me don't talk and talk. So if you go move to any party, stay straight ahead. Now, APC in the move to. If you go get to move any party, straight ahead. Well, make I enter inside PDP issue. As following the position taken by the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, in some week talk, say power must return to the South. Say, in go supporting PDP, make sure say they flag a southern candidate. Well, we hear say PDP don't they divided because some people did for that case, some people did against them. I don't want to waste our time for inside that matter. I'm going to enter inside Anambra State, where I hear say the 16 governorship candidates when they participate for inside the Anambra 2025 election, they go pay the sum of 50 million naira each before they go fit start campaign for inside that state. This according to the new law where we say Anambra State don't put up now because the Anambra State Signage and Advertising Agency don't state say on Wednesday today during a press conference that it said the payment would allow them to paste posters, host billboards, and parade branded cars, vest, and other campaign activities. If you not do them, you need to pay. It can't remind me of what happened for inside River State during the 2023 election, where we can make sure say before you do anything like that kind of public gathering, we get to do with politics, but come and take permission, you know. All right, so this they happen for inside Anambra State now, and people don't they complain about the matter. The permit comes with a statutory fee of 50 million naira, only payable to the Anambra State government account. I will make I leave this matter they go. He said the campaign fee grants the parties the right to deploy their campaign materials and activities using posters. Is this really to discourage other political parties from hosting or having campaign? Or what will be the end of this? What will be the end of this game where be say politicians in the play like this? What is going on? What will be the end of this game where they play like this? But we'll enter inside River State, where the sole administrator of River State, retired Vice Admiral Kete Ibas, retired. You don't say the proposed 1.48 trillion naira, almost 1.5 trillion naira 2025 budget for inside the state. Say it envisaged the return of the suspended governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and other political office holders. To say the budget not be only for him alone, saying that because of the return of the governor, I make it a drop. And talking about the return of the governor, Bode George don't beg Oga Tinubu. Actually, don't forgive Sanwo-Olu. You don't tell us say all your sins are forgiven. Go and sin no more. Abi Wano. June 12 now. Use that church mind now in the spirit of democracy. Understanding saying only River State no go celebrate democracy because I say they don't get a democratic government in power now. Use that spirit, make you use come back for Bara. Use that spirit of democracy come back for Bara, make him come back in the spirit of democracy for June 12. Okay, you go do and waiting people don't they tell and make it do, but they just don't call for that. And still speaking about Democracy Day, the Indibo Intellectual and Cultural Development Organization, NIDO, they don't tell the federal government to immortalize the former chairman of the National Electoral Commission, Humphrey Nwosu. Say this June 12 one I want to celebrate, sir. No vex. If to say Humphrey Nwosu no sit down for that election, the election for the free and fair. Ona for Siam as the freest and fairest election so far. If to say no sit down for the election, now we still need the talk. Now the NIDO, a pan-Igbo sociocultural pressure group, said this in a statement by its director communications, Christian Afolike, to journalists in Owerri today, Wednesday. Mr. Afolike described the late Mr. Nwosu as the unsung hero of Nigeria's democracy, said that it was imperative to honor the Anambra-born academician as a way to boost the morale of serving staffers of the electoral empire. Say if he honor Oga Nwosu, say other people where they work for INEC now, electoral empire, they will come look and say, if we do good, if we don't collect bribe, if we make sure someone has the right result, we will get better reward. So make we do the same thing. Do you see that happening? Then let's go down straight and talk about Natasha's issue right now, because now that the motto don't land right now. So, as I told you earlier, now we hear say according to court matter or court proceedings we happen. Two motions where be safe the Senate President Godswill Akpabio file. Court don't throw well. Dismiss and say carry this court case coming from one corner. That's what courts do. And this one happened for the Abuja Division of the Appeal Court. In fact, they don't even summer 100,000 naira fine against them for on top the matter. Now, presiding over a three-member panel, Justice Hama Barker reportedly dismissed the motions on May 21 following its withdrawal on request. Now, the court ruling read applications seeking to withdraw the two motions dated and filed on 20th March 2025 and 25th of March is granted and the motions are struck out. Costs 100,000 naira are awarded to first respondent appeal. Earlier, separately, dated March 3rd and 25th, motions labeled cited Mr. Akpabio as an appellant. Now, the respondents to the motions were Senator NATASHA Akpoti-Uduaghan, the Clerk of the National Assembly, and the Chairman of the Senate Committee of Ethics and Privileges Committee, Senator Neda Imeswan. Now, the relief sought by Mr. Akpabio included an order of the Honorable Court enlarging the time within which the appellant, that is, the person who appealed the case, will be, I think, Natasha, application may seek leave to appeal against the decision of the Federal High Court, Abuja Judicial Division. Now, between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan versus Clerk of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and three others, I think Honorable Justice Obiora Atuegu Iguatu delivered on March 10, 2025 on the grounds of mixed law and fact as contained in the proposed notice of appeal. Before washing hand come off for inside the case. As an order of this honorable court granting leave to the appellant application to appeal against the decision of the Federal High Court, Abuja Division, naming it between Senator Natasha Akpabio and the National Assembly of the Federal Government of Nigeria and three others. You can't name them finish one by one by one. And facts to contain on the proposal notice of appeal attached to Now, an order, in fact, they talk plenty. So, bottom line, they don't strike at some of those things. So, it be say, Oga Akpabio talk. But this matter is still they come up because it's still they want more. What can I never happy yet because matter never even go anywhere. Remember, say, appeals and counter appeals, where they grab, where they handle right now. Before it can't reach the matter where it be say federal government carry their own hand also soon NATASHA go court make it come explain wetin make it go open mouth for inside national television accuse a whole senate president and a whole former governor Oga White Lion of murder make it come explain and that's na federal government filed that against them. Remember say the time when they be wan sit down for inside the matter get as court been used the judicial workers been go strike that day and the matter been no go on so make we see as it will be as this matter they move on. Meanwhile, I don't tell on earlier, I said the National Assembly, they get planned to initiate a bill to make sure, say, president-elect, any president when they elect, they go swear them in for the arcade of the National Assembly. You think, say, that kind of thing will happen? They think, say, they go pull through, and they say they try whether they go pass this bill, especially as they look at June 12th anniversary for inside the country. Okay, so plenty matter than they will don't talk about. I appreciate it. I tell you now, say President Bola Tinubu talk. Say we're expecting you in APC. Anytime you're ready to call APC, tell us. We will give you grand welcome. If you spend 20 billion to use the grand welcome for you. No, President, don't talk like that. I'm just excitedly saying that. So we'll give you grand welcome. We'll go, honor you well. Anytime when you're ready to come, come. And of course, you know why I talk this one as if we talk about the ICC, the International Conference Center, where we say we can call renovate, come make and look brand new, cha and come make the team fine. Well. Tinubu talk this one as they commissioned the arterial road 16 Shehu Shagari Way from Ring Road, Nnamdi Azikiwe Way to arterial road 200 Wole Soyinka and some other roads for inside Katangbe district to Abuja. Now the president noted that with Wiki APC will continue to be a joyous mood. Say if we can come in, say like we do all along. We do what they did. Okay, so say while the party rivals will continue to be written in pain. Say if we can come the party, say not joy the party go to get. But those who don't like the party, say, oh, as if they pain them, it go they sweet us. As if they sweet us, it go they pain them. Okay, that's what President talk. Quoting him, he says, "We have somebody in here some wiki. That is Nabadu Imbi. You know see, Ibo Badu. You be man, na man you be. Say na man na him be. Say we have somebody in here some wiki. He is not a member of my party, not yet, but the day he changes his mind and registers with the All Progressives Congress, we will welcome him before we will enjoy him singing. As they pain them, they sweet president, they give us you see, if there's something you have to give to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's his wit, it's his humor, it's the fact that the person will be say they very wit-hearted, they sabi make fun well, and that kind of matter them. Church don't close. No, church never close finish because I get matter what I want to learn about Alex Oti. Why I go close church like that when I never tell about Alex Oti? Now, a member where they represent people for inside Abia State, a member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Alex Mascot Ikweche. Remember that honorable say, I can make you disappear and nothing will happen. Yes, that one will tell boat driver like that. You got it right here. Now him. Inan described the performance of Abia State Governor Alex Oti as magical. Now this is something magical because he get magic wand. Admitting that even opposition politicians are astonished by the pace and scope of development for inside Abia State. So even people where be say no believe the unbelievers are turning believers in Abia State because of the kind of work where Alex Oti do for Abia State. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where they get the money from. Okay, why they get the money where they from? Use do this kind of project. What is going on here? Why do you get this money to execute this kind of gigantic, bombastic? Make I open phone lines by people like begin call me, tell me as this matter then take do you for body. I go really, really, really like to hear on a mind and on our reactions for all the conversation we be say we don't raise tonight. So phone lines are open. Make we begin talk. Tell me, talk to me. Make I know as a matter then take do you for body. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. So if you check for inside the comment section, you will see comment where they pinned for inside the comment section. If you just look at that, press that comment section, you will see comment to ABCD pinned, or you're making sure so you go touch the comment, begin call us, tell us as that matter take do you for body. Sharply, we would like to hear from you. Sharp. So tell us as the matter take do you for body. And make I see. The post there for the paint post. So sharply, make you go call us, tell us as the matter take do you for body. Make I go straight to my lights. Hello, no, good evening.
Good evening, pressure.
Sir?
That's for the month, right?
Oh, Mr. Tony Chukwudi.
Yeah. Somebody has been praising you. That you're looking good.
Who is praising me? Where?
The person that you are guest.
Where in there?
They are former guest. They are the one that was on.
Okay.
Which is the comrade.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. So, good evening. So, questions.
Sir?
Just a quick one. Please, will the senator do such a thing with Lufthansa Airline? It's just a question.
Do you know he's an honorable senator, a principal officer?
Yeah, just see, there is a lawyer at the airport there. Just the question is something that he has to sit down at his own comfort and answer that question to himself. Will he do such a thing in front of Lufthansa Airline or British Airline, KLM, Air France? I'm sure the answer is capital no. That is all I want to say. He's supposed to, when he goes home and then sit down and ask himself if there is any conscience regarding what he did at the airport, because that's his action. Many people miss their fight and delayed others who are going, who has no. You see, sometimes they think that when people react to some certain things, let them know that whatever they react to might have a chain reaction affecting those who has nothing to do with that.
Thank you.
It's just like you are driving. Then maybe you're having an issue with somebody. The person blocking road or is blocking you from passing. The person might be doing that, forgetting that there are people who are behind, who might be running to a hospital, who might be carrying a pregnant woman in labor, who might be rushing late to. So you find out that somebody, because of selfish, you want to show that you're angry, and then you are a kind of creating a chain reaction to people, innocent people who has nothing to do with that. Okay, you have 40 minutes to arrive at the airport. You did a check-in online. That you did a check-in online does not mean that the flight will leave without you when you're not there. The only thing that they will do, they will continue to announce your name because you have already done an online check-in. And if their time reaches to leave, they leave. They pay a lot of money if they stay more than that and the minutes they're supposed to stay. And somebody is there challenging a mistake that he made, his own mistake. They have the time to close the gates. If you are doing an international travel, you have to arrive 2 hours before the departure.
Yes.
Time. I don't know about the local flight in Nigeria.
45 minutes. For local flight, now 45 minutes. You hear when that lawyer talk him? That lawyer talk him.
And the lawyer said it. That he was there before him. So if the lawyer was late, he himself that he said that he came late. But the question of will he do such a thing? When they come to this deal, the Western world, they behave you see them behaving like a humble pie. Will he do that for a Lufthansa airline or British Airways or whichever airline they love flying with? I'm sure the answer is capital no. But at the end of the day, people are watching, and tomorrow they will say we are disgracing the image of the country. Why they are the one? Look at the way he was standing on the belt there.
He broke at some point. He carried chairs. If you don't see that chair, sit down for front of. You not see for the video.
But that's the thing. Look at a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What he was behaving. People are seeing him. Oh God! And he said he came with somebody from Ghana. So what impression would those people take back to Ghana?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, phone lines is still open. They see or if you were kind inside my studio straight and join me for inside the studio, make with the and them matter them one by one, and they see all on our reactions and all on our messages. Kenneth, today the message where you put here, where you talk say R.I.P. Mr. Nofasa, he changed his dying. He's changed what? He changed. Okay, he changed before. He changed his mind before he died. Yeah, that kind of thing. I think there's a message I saw where somebody said I did not celebrate him. Something like that. I can't say the person come late for church because I said I talked about him yesterday, and I even had to give details of his last appearance before Ibisi Incon in die. So we'll talk about them well now. So not be say we'll not talk about them. However, I appreciate all of them. I Kenneth don't see. I hope say you don't see. Thank you so much. All right, phone lines you don't open or yeah, continue to call us now. Call us. Make us this matter then take do you for body. The WhatsApp number to call is 0817 029 4077. 0817 That the number is 4077. I beg your pardon. 0817 Now the number to call make up for feed take your call. And they see the message the way they hear and I know we came in for after show. Okay, so make a they take on a message them one by one. Okay, for those who have missed their call too. They sincerely apologize. Loan is another way for poverty, and I saw you talk. Make I go take this call and they come back. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, it's afternoon here for me.
Oh,
Good
afternoon to you. Afternoon, precious. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm
Looking
good.
at your beautiful face. I'm talking on my phone and looking at you on my
Oh,
TV.
oh, stop it. I like it.
It does so much good.
Thank you.
And I do want to thank you so much for
Thank you.
all this work that you're doing, informing us
Thank you.
and all of that. Whenever I can, I join. Let me just comment about a few of the things that you talked. Let me turn the TV down because now I don't know, you're slower on my TV.
Apologies,
Okay,
it's network.
so let me comment on the first thing. Like this last person just commented on that senator, whatever his name is.
Adam Oshiomhole. He was a former governor.
Listen.
Okay, ma.
Why do I was almost getting angry, wasting my time watching that crap. That is nonsense.
Sorry.
I said these people, when they behave rascally like that, you press people, when you're part of the press, people go and blow it up and be talking about it. So they continue to behave rascally. That's nonsense. Waiting. You're late, period. You couldn't get there on time. Why? That was just nonsense. I mean, let me not waste my time commenting on that. What I do want to say about that, though, you see all this trend that we're seeing in Nigeria. You be governor, after you be governor, you go and be senator. Now waiting. Now only them. There needs to be a law to say, you know what, that should not be allowed to happen anymore. What is it? As if after you don't be governor, your retirement house na Senate, because they just go and sit down there and don't do jack. Anyway, the young man Ayo that talked about
the protest and
about about Peter Obi. Personally, I was a very, very to this day supporter of Peter Obi because I felt that he was the one who could have taken Nigerian politics in a different direction. So I personally, because we sat here, the whole world sat and saw how that Peter Obi won that election. I was very, very disappointed when he did not fight for the mandate that the people had given him, because the people gave him the mandate. Over here, the last election that we had here, I'm talking from Houston here, I remember something that Kamala Harris used to say. She said, fight, fight, fight. Back then, I'm like, waiting be all this fight, fight, fight. But now come to realize, listen, for whatever you have to get in this world, you have to fight. You have to fight. Even something that is your right, you have to fight for it. So it was very disappointing that Peter Obi, that the people clearly gave him their mandate. He refused to fight for it and say, oh, he's doing gentleman. What kind of gentleman? Look at the hooligans that that we have in government, and look at what Nigeria has become. Let me move on to my third point. What Dati Baba Ahmed waiting behind?
Yes, Dati Baba Ahmed.
Everything that he said after that election was so true. We all saw it. Everything that man said, because of course, Tinubu's government is an illegitimate government because he was never voted in by the people. Just like you said, grab it by force, he grabbed power. And the sad part of it is that Nigeria to this day, we're all just sitting down and allowing this, what do I call it? This illegality go on. Look at where he has carried the country to. Look at what he has reduced Nigeria and Nigerians to. Me, I am out here. Honestly, all the hardship in Nigeria is not affecting me personally. It is not affecting my family back in Nigeria personally. But then what about the other Nigerians? What about the rest of our people? What about the rest of our people? How are we able to sit down and allow this illegal government? I don't even know what to call it. Why are we still? I hope what that young man Ayo was saying. I hope there's really going to be some organization. I mean, people, we really need to organize ourselves and take our country back. We need to organize ourselves and take our country back, and not allow these hooligans, because that's what they are. Can you imagine the other day? They said, I'm just all over the place now, so my dear, let me just
go ahead and it's your opinion, not mine. So just go ahead and.
I know, of course. Absolutely. You say that all the time, and keep saying that too, because this is me, Precious talking, so it's not your opinion. Everybody can hear my voice now. Yeah, they are rascals, that's what they are.
Hey.
The other day, so they said they were commissioning a road. There's supposed to be how many 100 kilometers from Lagos to Calabar?
It's supposed to be 700 kilometers thereabouts.
Supposed to be 700 kilometers. They went to go and commission 30 kilometers. The 30 kilometers, it was not even up to 30. What the heck? They are going to commission 30 kilometers out of 700, not even up to what percent of that? What was all of that for? The other day again, I heard, there were budgets that they did for street lights. They say one street light cost how many million? Is it even billion? One street light. What kind of rascality are these people doing? And we're sitting down and watching all of this. When are we going to get up to fight to get our country back? Because it's only going to get worse. It actually is showing us the trend is getting worse. From after Buhari, look at. From Jonathan's time, in those days, they used to say, Jonathan bad. Can you imagine? Jonathan is an angel now.
He had what Hakim. You had what Hakim Baba Ahmed said, that they contributed or they joined to remove Jonathan because they thought he was clueless in government because he wasn't doing what he should do. But then that they now brought in a Buhari who didn't even govern at all. Yes. So he said, we remove somebody for being clueless. I will now brought somebody who did not even govern at all, and then now we have this.
And then now look at what is sitting supposedly called president. Look at what has Nigeria been reduced to. This is so sad. In being sad, but then again, we need to do something. We have talked and talked and talked and talked. When is action going to happen? Because
if you ask me, can I sing for you? Can I sing for you?
What did you sing the one now? Let me see. What other happened? I'm trying to remember all the stories because I was in and out.
Okay. About the guy who said he gave Peter Obi ultimatum to move from Labour Party to PDP, and he didn't. So he too may be leaving to APC now because Peter Obi refused to move. The PDP chieftain who said so. If you'd like to chime in on that.
I think these people, they really think they were fools. So, said, do we not all know the reason why all of them are defecting to PDP? No, but that's saying Oshiomhole. Be waiting in it. Been talk say, come and join PDP. All your sins will be forgiven. All those thieves, when they don't thief finish, when the EFCC self corrupt. When EFCC won't catch them, then go run, go APC. As they go APC, they go forgive their forgive their things, don't be slow. That's why they all run into APC. And we'll make all of them run go the APC. When the time comes, all of them go quarrel them. So anyway, that's an aside. That even makes no sense because what is the essence of democracy? Democracy is that you should have opposition. That opposition will keep you on your toes and keep you performing. That is the whole process of democracy. When people are challenging you, then you go sit up, then you perform. Knowing, say, when election won't come, you better have what to show for. Say, people put you, but these ones, nobody they put them there now. And that even goes back to, listen, for us to even have democracy in Nigeria, because we have the corrupt electoral system, the judiciary is corrupt, everybody is corrupt. Now these same corrupt people, now they want right the wrongs when they do. It can't happen. So what's going to happen? That is the conversation that we should be having. How are we going to get out of this mess that we have dug ourselves and put ourselves into? How? It's unfortunate because this is affecting everybody's life in Nigeria. Look at what Amechi said the other day. Say people are suffering, people are hungry, including him himself. Hear what Wike talk. Say, how can you be complaining? You when you were waiting where they be a governor for how many years? How can you say you're hungry? Which means waiting. You were with the governor, you had access to all that money. You're supposed for not thief. We don't say that they thief. Him waiting be named Amici Kuku talk the other day say then thief, including him himself. All of us in Nigeria we not say then the thief. So when we can say how can you say you were hungry, then they say you wait now you hold the money. It means you supposed for not thief. We all know. So what is all this? But the question now is, are we gonna get out of this mess? We carry ourselves put inside. How are we going to get out of this mess? Me, as you see me, so I am an old woman. No, I don't be old. I don't be old, but the future generations of Nigerians, these young people now, what future do they have? What is their future looking like? It's very bleak.
This is well, my sister. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's very bleak.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
it just saddens me every day when I say
I feel sadder if I have to say that. I feel sadder. But then it is what it is. We've got to keep talking. Thank you. Thank you, Precious. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
God bless you,
God
Jerry.
bless you
Continue
too.
your good work.
Thank you. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Make I let another person talk.
Thank you. All right.
But I still dey listen, sir.
No wahala. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Nigerians, let me quickly let you know that please now, or you like now. How many would they on? I never like play. Support this platform now. You don't need DSTV subscription. You're not paying for DSTV, not Netflix, not GoTV. It is free. Subscribe now, or you like this post, subscribe, share move the ministry. People they hear the things them as they take be. Now, wait to make me to break down all this conversation for pidgin English, so that you don't go talk say the reason you're not interested in governance is because the grammar where they use present and too much. Bam 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 bam. Come back here. Sit down here. No go talk. You go make sure say you hear them because I make a break and down well. So kindly subscribe, like, and share to support us, right? I appreciate you. I've got someone joining me in the house. I hope he is up to talking. Hello, good evening, Mr. Dauda. Mr. Dauda, are you there?
Yeah, I'm good. Good evening. How are you?
Hi, they fine. How your side, Oga Dauda?
Thank you. Sincerely, I appreciate your efforts. And I
Thank
can
you, sir.
assure you, your efforts will not go in vain. Something is going to happen. So long as we keep speaking, something must happen. And the situation generally, we need a lot of work, a lot of to fix Nigeria. And
Dauda,
let's continue.
where you call from, Dauda?
Passive watcher.
Where you calling from? Where you calling from? Where is your location? Where are you calling it from?
From time to time, definitely I will contribute. I have a special interest in the case of NATASHA. And we pray that God will make it better for all Nigerians. they will be ashamed at the end of the day. There are elders among them that we feel they should be able to come out and say something. Some elders there should be able to come out and remove themselves from this trash. But be that as it may, let's keep watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, network not let me make up of it here, waiting being we are in the call from, but it's okay. So you two can join the conversation. Make we know as the matter then take do you for body. I would really, really like to hear from you as the matter then take do you. Oh, Kenneth, don't see this message. Stop it. I like it. Please, I need that studio. I need that studio. So if I have a studio, I'm gonna run this and I'm gonna employ staff and run this as a standard. No, you guys know I've started TV stations several times, so this is like a piece of cake. So we're gonna run this as a standard alternative media platform if we have the right support. So yes, thank you for your prayers. And one day, we're gonna make Ona proud. I should say we're gonna make each other proud. It says I'm praying God for something, and that if God do it for me, I would build proper studio for Precious. God will do it for you more than your expectations. Not let me quote Bible. I fit on preacher because of hope. He'll do it beyond your expectation. Remember saying once your eyes see him, saying will give you more than you ever thought or imagined. So that's why you go take beer. So the Chikudi didn't ask of promise. I don't know. Oga told the Chikudi. He didn't ask of promise. All right. Carmela did not say da, 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 da. Okay, I see that. I think that's reacting to Precious's conversation. And then Shegun Shomi has proven he's an agent of Tinubu fronted to destabilize Peter Obi. Oh wow. That's what a lot of people are saying. Why are you guys even saying that anyway? So it's 2 hours on the dot, guys. I've got to go. Thank you guys. I have to say a big thank you to all of you. So I did post a couple of videos today and I'm gonna post more too. Make sure you go visit them. The idea is to just keep creating awareness on the things that we're doing. So make sure say follow us like your village people in case you need to follow us before. Follow us bumper to bumper like your village people. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Protect your mental health. Very, very important too, because wahala need to finish. They see as they dance. They sing as they see us. So yeah, protect your mental health because you need to be alive. He who fights and be happy and stay happy lives to fight another day. Not be he who fights and runs away. He who fights and stays happy lives to fight another day. So make sure say you protect your mental health enough for you to fight another day. I just wish I was gonna just run along. But let me just take this final call. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Daniel, how are you? Oh yeah, hurry up. I was just about to close church.
I did change my voice, you still recognize me.
Why I know I have been in this industry for 20 years plus, 20 something years. And for that 20 something years, I dealt with voices and sound.
Wow.
So I'll be stupid if I don't pick your voice. Go ahead, please.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to say I don't want to comment on all this discussion that you said today. I was watching one of your this thing in the morning because I was not privileged to follow up yesterday throughout. I was so engaged. I noticed you spoke. You interviewed one personnel.
That's that guy was saying be ex-soldier. The thing when he talk shock me. It shock you too?
Shock me finish, but I refuse for one thing when him talk.
What's be the thing we refuse?
Yeah, which I refuse for now be say me Peter Obi ginger when Peter Obi start protest. That's the last thing that we should allow as in Nigeria. Peter Obi no got to protest for anything. If the hunger never sacrifice us, all the number of soldiers who don't die for this Medogri never tire us. If we know feel say okay, and even wish me military do anything, say they take over this country. God forbid
though.
Because the military they're so worst now. Where we say, I tell you, Precious, it's just as if you did media house. You turn, you look your producer, you don't trust him. You turn, you look the person we say be the sound editor.
You don't trust him. Hell.
The only person where you trust now your microphone.
Hell. So this one are the real I look onto the hills from when come my help.
Now the situation of Nigeria be that.
Hell.
So whether I tell you about any battalion or anything, everybody knows say the best SF for Nigeria for a long time now 72 battalion.
Okay.
Even sometimes they calm them down. If not, they for Kishaka even long ago before they beg them, made they withdraw. Nine those they can't go for cop. When he still escape.
So now be say waiting that guy talk about that battalion,
everybody
correct?
knows yes. Even this Benue issue. Say 72 battalion are Benue the day. Even this Benue issue, they say 72 battalion hand one. All this place go quiet. Nigeria today do. But the game for Nigeria, I'm telling you, is so big where we say anybody don't understand. But the most beautiful thing, imagine the military have never been politicized since the history of Nigeria. But the way the country they go, especially we all know that okay, majority of the personnel when they even say okay, northerners, the military, majority sometimes not even middle belt. Because the middle belt alone get majority of the state. So at the end of the day, if they thought okay, this thing, but a lot of middle belters, people don't die. Especially recently for my state, Benue. And I did so passionate about Benue. I know they joke with Benue. And that one, nobody on earth, they say, okay, they go take down from me and I no go fear, I go tell anybody. My colleague the other yesterday, me and him they discuss. Now my colleague tell me, say, they discuss with another person. Now he tell the person, say, oh yeah, see you. He don't understand what they go on again. Say, Benue people, they don't join Biafra. I saw it down. I dey gist you now. Say, Benue people now na Biafra. Say, they don't see the last map where they draw. Say, Benue now they part of Biafra. I so much like him because he's a Kanuri guy. Then the other guy na Bora person. I say Mariki na Kanuri. Then the other guy na Bora person. But I like the Kanuri guy because he na person where they think deep. Now he say, see this Benue man, ask him. And he even answer them because one, they no be my mate.
All right.
So at the end of the day, when you call him make the statement, I say make I pull him out. Now tell him say yes, with you they talk no they far from the truth. We Benue people now, or we the middle belt, if no one wanna call us North Central, we are united in one thing.
Which is?
And that thing where we did so much united in, it has never happened like that in the North. And the North really need to understand something now. You cannot continue killing people, moving, allowing your bringing other ethnic group from elsewhere into Nigeria because now it's okay, when they related to all those people more to come and kill people in the middle belt. It cannot continue. And we cannot be shy away from it. We should always speak the truth as it is now. I tell them, now you tell the colleagues, say you hear, now wait till they tell you. That's to tell you the truth. When they talk to them, say they know they hear, say they argue with somebody the other day, say the middle belt know they see themselves as northerners again because of all this crisis. I say yes, why won't it continue? So I beg, me Nigeria no pray for coup because we're lying. I will not lie to you.
I beg. Not even talk that in 2 times, I beg. No mention them again.
When we say we not even supposed to things or the thing go that kind of direction. Because some persons where we say even they inside the military, their hand no pure, everything no pure. And for somebody to tell us, okay, you from South, say you know care, you did so align. Yes, not good thing. Because in the military, everybody's supposed to be one to defend the country, be passionate about the country.
All right, thank you, Daniel.
There are things that are growing in people's hearts, and the country really need to address all these things for this country to stand. If this country is fit survive for the next 2 years, God is so powerful, and God like us so much as a nation. Because if this killing continue in the middle belt, a lot of people will just cry home to go and bury their loved one. And that cry home, where they cry home, just like that guy where go, return back to soldier. Many things like that go happen. So the country really need to address a lot of things because people know continue to cry, they go bury their loved ones. Meanwhile, they do another place, they defend the country.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
I
beg, my people go say throw away saliva, I beg. Throw away spit, Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, guys, kindly subscribe, like, and of course, I don't tell you now, follow me like your village people. I love when I plenty. My name is Precious in here. I'll see you again, hopefully tomorrow evening again. And of course, with better gist than what I got telling. I can't don't say what you don't tell me again. I give up on Nigeria when I lost my 16-year-old son because of lack of proper medical amenity in less than 24 hours of rushing him to FMC Owerri. But since last year, I discovered Precious. I now believe in you, Nigeria. Oh, please don't ever give up. No, ever give up. You see that medical care where you talk like this? Now, some people will visit Japan leave Nigeria if it just be because of access to good health care and I make them leave because it is very painful to see say things wey no suppose kill you go kill you for Nigeria. Cut your life short anyhow. I appreciate you. Make we continue to the push. You go get better Nigeria. As we don't tell Oga President, I know say you go do the right thing. They go continue, they do the right thing. They push them, they go they do the right thing. We can't stop talking. The day we stop talking, the day we will start to die. In fact, when they talk, when they even die. Come talk about when they talk again. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow evening, God willing. And we're gonna protect my mental health. Stay safe. Good night and God bless you. And thank you so much.